Welcome, welcome, welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and we're back with Anthony. And Anthony is a very, very special part of the channel because he brings these beautiful vehicles and we get a chance to show the performance of them and how they can run better with the AMSOIL products. So today's an AMSOIL follow-up. Now, Anthony, this is your what, 2014 Camaro?
SS1LE.
That's
yes,
it.
Sir.
This is his little Angel. Now, how many miles are we back on this little Angel? How many miles?
So since the AMSOIL, we're about like 6,500.
All right.
And total mileage on the motor is 50,000 now. I hit the big 5.0.
All right. So now, Anthony, tell them how much high RPM operation you've been doing.
Most of it.
So how
no,
many?
I've been doing a lot. We've hit the drag strip about 5 times since January.
Wow.
And made about 3 passes on every time out there. So.
And what's this little Angel running?
It's running about 414 horse, 400 torque at the wheels.
Nice.
And I'm running it to about 6,400 RPMs when I'm out at the track, so.
All right, now we're gonna show how much oil burn there was with the AMSOIL Signature Series. You're gonna get a kick out of this. So Anthony, pull that dipstick. Let's see what we got.
All right.
So we just cleaned her off and now it's sat for about 8 minutes. So we'll go ahead and give it a little twist and stay right there. And I'm gonna show you exactly where it is. It is right there. So it burned about exactly 1.2 quarts in 7,000 miles. So this AMSOIL Signature Series here, this is what we use. This actually burns off at about half the rate of the best Mobile One. You can actually check that out in the description section below. If you're on a laptop, desktop, click show more. If you're on a smartphone, hit that reverse down arrow and you'll get a chance to see all the specs on this motor oil. Now, Anthony actually wants to change the oil a little bit prematurely. Now, he wants to because he wants to have extra confidence. Now, I want to let you know, you do not need to change that oil. It's clean. There's no fuel contamination. I looked at it, and there's just nothing wrong with it. Now, what there is something that could be upgraded is this filter. Now, hold that, Anthony. And we're going to talk a little bit about the filter. This filter filters at 99% efficiency. And that's at 20 microns particle size. So this filter's upgraded. It has a nice anti-slip thing. Go ahead and rip her out of her package, Anthony.
All right.
Pop her out of that package. Now this filter is a good size filter, but it's not huge. You got this non-stick grip, good for 15,000 miles. Now the only downside to this filter is it's only so big and can only catch so many particles. So since it's actually full with all the old carbon from his old motor oil. Even though we did a flush on this motor, which you'll stick up in the corner, you can see we flushed this motor. There's still a lot of carbon that ended up in that filter. So usually what I would do if I owned this car, I would actually just do a filter change today and top it off and add 1.5 quarts of oil. Anthony wants to do the oil change, so we're going to do the oil change.
Gold is good.
Yep, we're going to make him happy. And hey, I'm happy as well. Let's kick it off. Boom. All right, now we're putting in our PI Performance Improver. This is a gasoline additive. Now, Anthony hasn't added a bottle of this since 7,000 miles ago. So this actually goes in every 4,000 miles. Stick it in, Anthony. It's got the gasless gas cap. A gulpa, gulpa, gulpa. It's got that gasless gas cap tip, so you can stick it in and yank it out. It's got the flat spots, so even if you have the new type of gas. Now this cleans the injectors, cleans the valves, cleans all the carbon deposits out of the combustion chamber. Flip it around back, Anthony. And now you're going to see that this goes in every 4,000 miles. So Anthony, tell them, what were you experiencing with your car? It seems to be doing what?
Just especially like anybody out there who has those long tubes, I'm sure you know that you get to hear every little noise that comes out of that motor. And after a few thousand miles of racing, it's a little louder. So we're gonna get rid of that today.
So it sounds like a little pre-ignition.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
so what happens is this motor already has very high compression. Now, when you have carbon that builds up inside this motor, that carbon actually makes your compression even higher because it's filling up the combustion chamber. So the way you combat that, there's two different ways. You can obviously use the PI cleaner. That's going to clean the valves, carbon deposits inside the combustion chamber. This is the power foam, which we're going to be doing. So definitely subscribe to the channel, tap that notification bell. We're going to be back doing the power foam on Anthony's car coming up very soon. This is going to clean all that carbon out of the heads, out of the exhaust manifolds, everything. There she blows. Go ahead and get her all loosened up.
Yeah, we're gonna use this still.
Yep, use that still. And this thing's got an oil cooler.
There we go.
You can see it up there in the corner, and pull that up there. You got it. And we're gonna be draining out. Yep, I got it. We're good. We got 8 quarts coming out.
Oop. Time to take off the jewelry.
Yep. Anthony's being cautious, right?
Yes, I am. Be gone with you.
All right. And she should be getting ready. And there she blows. Very close.
Very close.
She's a stickler.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So there goes the good oil that's still good. That oil's easily good for another 12 to 15,000 miles. The only reason it's dark is because it has an oil filter that's not, it's full of carbon. So once that filter gets full, all the carbon will stay in suspension. So that's actually what you want. You actually want the carbon to be in the motor oil and not sludging around the timing chain. So you'll get a lot of people, they'll actually reach out to me all the time on the channel, and they go, Eben, I just changed my oil, and 3,000 miles later, God, it's so dark, it's so dark, it's so dark. I thought this stuff's good for 1 year, 25,000 miles. Well, it really is. It's good for every bit of it. So if you actually want to see what that looks like, where we do the filter change and do that, right up here in the corner on Sean Brown's Challenger. So that even has less oil than Anthony's car. So the oil will actually hold up on Anthony's car even better than the other vehicles. Now, Anthony, stick your fingers in that and then wipe your fingers together. Yeah, and show them. See how, yep, you see all that carbon in suspension? It's got that little reddish tone. Now, if you actually do a filter change on that oil will actually clear up. So if we actually top this off with 1.5 quarts and change the filter, that oil would actually look a lot better. But Anthony wants to do it sooner than later, which I always agree with everybody. Now, we did that with Stevens. Steven is a great guy on the channel. He's a transmission guy. Check out his Toyota Tacoma, where we actually did oil analysis on his vehicle. And I'll show you what the oil analysis kit looks like. It's right here. We got a kit. It's like a little bottle. And you fill out this paperwork right here. Oil analyzers. You have a prepaid kit. All you do is unseal it, pack it up, and then you take a little sample. So we're not even going to do that on Anthony's car. The oil's so good. I know it's good. But check out what this oil looks like after 5,500 miles. Check out the oil analysis results on Stevens Toyota. It's a very comparable vehicle, same viscosity. Check out that video here. Oh, you got it. All right. And let her drain down. Beautiful. And get that little angel off. Make sure you don't drop it. Now tell everybody, Anthony, what you do in the daytime.
I make people caffeinated.
I love it. Anthony's one of the best baristas in all of Las Vegas.
Well, thank you, Eben.
Yes. And that's the oil. All right, time to go ahead and prime that oil filter. Now, what makes this filter such a big deal is the anti-drain back valve. You'll see that dark, orangish, reddish looking rubber piece in there. It's actually made out of silicone, and it doesn't deform, so you can grab that, Anthony, and crack open a nice virgin bottle of 100% synthetic liquid gold. Now, a lot of people, they always ask, well, I use Pennzoil, and I get Pennzoil for free because I get it on Black Friday. Well, this right here is actually less money than free. And a lot of people say, how? Well, I'll explain. This oil's good for 3 to 5 times your OEM oil change interval. Most cars are about 3 to 5,000 miles. So if you're good for 15,000 miles, go ahead, Anthony, of severe service, yep, it's like pouring honey on pancakes. It's natural. Get it sloppy. What we say on the channel, if it ain't wet, it ain't protected, and if it ain't protected, it ain't wet. That's why the wetter, the better. The wetter, the better. That's what we say on the channel. So Anthony, go ahead, keep putting honey on pancakes. And if you get it messy, it ain't no big deal. And I say if it ain't fun, I say if it ain't messy, it ain't fun. If it ain't fun, it ain't messy. That's why the wetter, the better. So you see it kind of sucks up into that medium. And you want to go ahead and get that rubber, this one, nice and wet. So you're good. That's fine. You're about 85% full. And now use 2-finger. Get that nice and wet on the rubbers. So now it's going to thread on real nice. And then you only go 3/4 on. So you'll see that little label. You go until it touches, and then you'll see it says 3/4 spin. So you don't have to go tight at all. That rubber is so good, it holds that seal. So Anthony, you can go deep sea diving and thread her on. So we're going to come over here. I'll show you what the oil filter housing looks like and how easy it is on a car like this. So if this was my car, I would have just done a filter change. But Anthony, we're going to do the whole oil. And I know Anthony loves romancing. You know, when you have your car, it's kind of like bottle feeding or burping a baby. And that's the way Anthony is with his car. And that's how I was with my Corvette. So you'll see that filter housing is right here. Pull that down for a sec, Anthony. Let him see exactly what it looks like. Just pull it down more. So you'll see how clean everything is. Even that old oil looks good. So go ahead and thread her on, Anthony. And it should go on like butter. Keep going. Keep going until it touches. Once it touches, you go 3/4. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And that's it. You're bulletproofed.
Cool.
Then he's got the parts cleaner. This has tons of good punching power. It doesn't have that horrible chlorine smell that gives you a headache. And well, Anthony, let's nail it. So we're gonna hit the bottom, get all that oil that's around that drain bolt, all that stuff around the filter. You got it. And look at that punching power. It's like a damn Niagara Falls. That's what I love about that sucker. And that's it. That easy. Beautiful. All right, now Anthony's going to show you a little something something. So what do we got here, Anthony?
Well, this is basically Chevy's OEM version of a catch can that comes on the 1LE performance package. And when you have like high cornering loads or you're revving the motor extremely high, it basically creates an oil return system to prevent burning of the oil.
I like it. All right, so now what are we going to do? We're going to clean this sucker out. You're going to spray the hell out of it with some parts cleaner?
Yes.
What's it smell like in there, Anthony?
Mobil 1.
Oh my God. That's what this sucker had. I think it even used to say it on the oil cap.
So we're gonna...
Beautiful. Shoot inside that little nozzle. Beautiful. And the other side, you can hit that a little bit. And the other one, the top with the rubber. Clean that sucker up. Beautiful. A little O-ring and all juicy and good. So that'll be nice and clean. Anthony's going to wipe it down with some paper towels. And then it just goes back here. It basically threads in where the oil cap goes into this this pipe. And this pipe routes right back into here. And they call that a what pressure, Anthony?
Huh?
Something pressure system?
This is, I think, the PCV.
All right.
But like I said, it's basically just Chevy's OEM version of a catch can.
Awesome. Looks pretty darn good to me. All right, it's time to fill her up. Anthony, you got the honors. So what Anthony's doing right now is unbelievable. You love your car, Anthony?
I love her very much.
If you love your car, people, that's what you do right there. Anthony's in it. And I tell you what, it's contagious. I'm coming in myself. Here we go, Anthony. a nice tall pour. We'll bring her up, max out, and hit the hood. We're bottomed out in the hood. Look at that liquid gold flow. Inspires confidence. What else does it do, Anthony?
Makes your car fast.
Oh yeah, Anthony loves the racing. I knew that was coming. You know what? We're coming in for a close-up. Here we go. Do it, Anthony.
Bam.
Boom.
All right, here comes the next
Nail
one.
another one. Oh yeah. Bring it up, up, higher, higher, higher. Beautiful. Oh yeah. It's so good, you can even feel the protection. All right, we're cruising around the block in Anthony's little Angel.
She does so good. I love you, oil.
So yeah, we've done a bunch of follow-up videos on the channel with cars just like this where we change only the filter. And you'll actually see that up here in the corner. Now you'll actually feel a difference in the way they actually drive just by changing the filter. But Anthony, we did extra due diligence. So we're here in Las Vegas, and so definitely check out the last video we did with Anthony on this little Angel. Now we're gonna head back and do the coolant. So definitely check out that video. You happy, Anthony?
I sure am.
All right, we'll see you back next time. Oh, remember to subscribe, tap that notification bell. Also, leave a comment within the first 30 minutes. That's your ticket into the end of the month giveaway, which we do every last Saturday of the month. So if you've ever wanted to win a couple $100 in gift cards, you have your chance to. So leave that comment. I randomly go through and select people. You just never know who could be up next. And check out this playlist here in the middle. That's on the first flush we did on Anthony's car. And we did the trans fluid on it. And then check out the coolant. All right. We'll see you back. Thanks, Anthony. You're the best.
Welcome.
Thanks, Anthony. We'll see you. Cheers. To protection, protection, protection.